Good day everyone, my name is Lowena Catalonian. I am the second report. So, example of measurable action words. So, there is some example of measurable action word. So, it is explain, compare, evaluate, differentiate, identify, analyze, describe, formulate, name, define, discuss, assist, and list. So, note that avoid the following action words: know, understand, learn, and other verbs that are too broad. So, when you are writing learning objectives, it is important to use measurable action words such as explain, compare, analyze, describe, discuss, and identify. So, these words clearly show that learners should be able to do after the lesson. So, we avoid vague verbs like know, learn, or understand because they are too general and cannot be easily measured. So the next one is make learning objectives smart. So performance objectives should be smart. That is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bounded. So first we will discuss what is specific. So S in SMART stands for specific. Performance objectives must be very clear and detailed enough so as to leave no room for ambiguity or misinterpretation. So ang goal aning specific is it must clearly describe what students need to achieve. The next one is measurable. Always use a verifiable verb and describe an action that can be seen and measured. Measurable. So it should be easy to see or check whether the learner accomplished the objective. The next one is achievable. So performance objectives should always be attainable. Achievable is the object must be realistic and possible for learners to accomplish. The next one is relevant. Performance objectives should be relevant to the performer. They should relate to the objectives that matter to the person. Relevant is the object must be connected to the lesson, course, and required competencies. The last one is time-bounded. So performance objectives are more effective if they are to be achieved within a defined time frame. So time-bounded is it should be indicate when the learning should be achieved, for example, within the session or module. So using SMART and the measurable action words helps trainers create objectives that are clear, focused, and can be assessed properly. So the next one is introduction to overview. The paragraph after the objective should be the overview or recall and rejoinder statement. This provides a key concept and allows you to gain the interest of the learner from the beginning. Statement that contain the following should be included. Number 1 is how the topic or information will be contribute to attainment of the main skill to be mastered. Number 2 is the connection between previous content to the current content and the next content. So introduction and overview. The introduction and overview comes right after the learning objectives. It gives a short explanation of what the lesson is about and why it is important. So it should include how the topic helps the learners develop the main skills and how the new lesson connects to previous future lessons. In short, the introduction prepares the learner and explains the value of learning the topic. Picture that shows the parts of information sheet. So, muna siya. The number 3 is the body and text. The body of the CBLM should be the development of the lesson or the content. It is not purely statement of the facts, but it should be developing the content in a way that will help trainers memorize facts, definition, and functions, analyze associations and connections to the other concept, and in some situation providing an opportunity for trainers to explore their underpinning values and beliefs. So the following are the prescribed formats. Information sheet code. The information sheet code contains the core competencies, number, LO number, information sheet number. So there is an example of kanaang information sheet there sa ulos. So ang kanang body and text is the body of the main part of the lesson. This is where the topics is fully explained. Not just by listening facts, but by kanang helping learners to understand and remember ideas, definitions, and functions. Kanang showing connection between concepts. So, allowing learners to explore values and real-world applications. These sections develops the knowledge and skills step by step. So there is a step on how to make information sheet title. So in font style is kuan siya kanang Bokman old style ang gamiton. In font size sub is 14. The alignment is center. The case is kuan title case. Line space is single. So sa body sub is the kanang font style is Bokman old style. Font size is 12. The alignment is justified. The case is sentence case. The line space is single and space between paragraph is 6. The number 4 is self-checks. Self-checks are a set of questions that would verify the acquisition of knowledge stated in the learning objectives. So there is no prescribed number of items nor type of test self-check. Number of items depends on the content of the information sheet. So ang self-check sub is it's a short question given after the lesson to help kanang learners see if they understood the object. So ang kaning self-check is muna siya ang kibali quiz or kanang makahelp sa mga student to know if nakasabot na sila sa discussion. So there is no required number or type of questions. The number depends on the topic. So self-check help the trainee measure their progress before moving on. Number 5 is answer case. Answer case are essential feedback tools. Answer case should always follow a self-check so that the trainee can check his own answer immediately. So this allows for immediate feedback. So the answer case provides the correct answer to self-check questions. It allows trainees to check their own work right away, which gives immediate feedback and help them correct mistakes on the spot. The next one is other instruction sheets. Aside from the instructional sheets considered in the previous discussion, the following instructional sheets may be used to further practice the learning contents or skills. These instructional sheets, although not required, may be used to enhance the attainment of required competencies or to allow trainees to acquire knowledge, skills, or attitudes beyond the required competencies. There are additional sheets that can help trainees strengthen their skills and learning. They are optional but useful. So, the number one instructional sheets is assignment sheets. Assignment sheet tells trainees exactly what extra tasks they need to do, like solving problems, answering questions, observing, reading, or doing real work to build on what they learned. Some tasks may go beyond the training period, for example, researching the risk of bad wiring, so trainees gain deeper long-term skills. So the assignment sheet tells trainees what extra tasks must do outside the main lessons, such as answering questions, solving problems, observing, doing real work activities. These tasks may also extend beyond the training period to develop their deeper learning and long-term skills mastery. Next one is experiment sheet. So this is used to aid the trainee in performing tests or trial problems to demonstrate scientific principles. So ang experiment sheet is used when the trainees need to perform experiment, test, or trial activities. Its purpose is to help them apply and demonstrate scientific principle in a practical way. So the next one is project planning sheet. This instruction sheet is prepared by the trainee himself before the project is built or put into operation. It contains the purpose, background, and specification of the project, and sometimes short-term and long-term plans. This project planning sheet is prepared by the trainee before starting kanaang project. This project planning sheet is prepared by the trainee before starting a project. So it contains a project purpose of the project, background and idea, specification and requirements, and short-term and long-term plans. So it helps trainees organize their project clearly before beginning work. So the last one is worksheet. So this is printed form that is filled out by the trainee in the process of gathering data or solving problem. A worksheet is a printed sheet where learners write their answers while collecting data, solving problems, and doing guided exercise. It is a tool where the trainee actively records what they have learned.